Just imagine you're on a weekend ride with your buddies, or if you're riding alone or with an unknown riding group, and then suddenly you get beaten up by some bullies on road without any reason, and it might even cost your life. That's exactly what happened in Gurugram, which has shaken the entire biking community and the nation. And I am very shattered to see what has happened, and I'm going to provide my raw opinions and what you need to do when you are in such situations. If you want to learn something and if you want to save your life, you don't want to miss this video. So let's get started with the video. I'm sure by now you might have seen updates about this incident on Instagram and YouTube. I'm not going to repeat the whole story again. But yeah, these guys are under arrest. They are under police custody. But till when? That's the question. India is a place where life is so cheap. Anyone who commits a murder also can get a bail. These guys haven't committed a murder. It was an attempt to murder for sure. But the judicial system is designed in such a way that they will get bail probably in days, weeks, or months, not more than that. And that's their whole agenda. They think that they are bodybuilders, but these are cheap mentality people who just have no goal in life. They want to show their power on someone. What kind of a power it is? It's just showing their physical strength. These are the weakest cowards in this entire world. If you don't have anything to do, you can't show yourself, you can't demonstrate what you're capable of, then you do all these kinds of things. I'll tell you the mindset of these people. What they think is they will make these bodies, they'll go to gym regularly, and because they want to show their physical strength on someone, they will take these Mahindra Thars, Mahindra Scorpio. I'm not blaming these cars. These cars are fantastic cars, but these bullies are using these cars as their status symbols, and then they try to pick up fights with others. Their whole agenda when they go out on the road is to pick up fights with others so that they can show their physical strength on them. I'm sure when these riders were riding on the highway, there might be some teasing might have happened. That happens with us also. We see some guy who is going faster than us. We also tend to accelerate because that happens within riders. I'm not saying that riders ride every time with responsibility. Yes, we do overspeeding. We do also tease other cars, and we even tend to end up having a race with them. That is not justified. Even if all these things are happen, no one gives a right that someone has to come and beat us like this on the road in public in the daylight. So that's what is the challenging part here. When something like this happens to someone in the riding group, the entire riding group should take a stand. I was going through one of the Instagram videos which one of the riders in their group has made, and he was trying to justify they did not run away. They just got panicked, and because they didn't know what to do, they wanted to save their bikes getting destroyed by them. So they started taking their bikes away, and this guy was left alone over there. Even if that is the case, I would say someone is left behind. Try to go back. Don't care about machines. These are materialistic things. Nothing is more important than life. I'll tell you my incident. Whenever I go on rides, I make sure that the entire riding group is together. Even if one person faces some challenge, we will be there. I'll make sure everyone tries to help him. Don't try to run away. I am not denying the fact that these guys were very heavy built and anyone could get overpowered by them. But that doesn't mean you leave your rider alone over there. And I'm just not talking about the riding group, I'm talking about the general public also. What kind of a mentality it is, what kind of a society we are living in. In all the videos we can see public is going, auto drivers are taking their cabs, people are watching, just making videos, but no one is trying to help that guy. That poor guy was telling this bully sorry also, but even then these guys were beating him left, right and center. That is not the way it should be. If you see anyone getting bullied on the road, let it be a male or a female, it might be someone in your family tomorrow, try to help them. I know it is very difficult to fight with these guys, but if you go inside, try to cool down the matter, you might get beaten by them. But the main thing over here is that guy will not be alone. Looking at you, who knows, others also might join you. And then this is the only way you can try to stop these kind of fights. I'm sure no one will think of calling the police at that moment, because by the time you call the police, you make the call, the entire story is done. What you need to act over there is if someone has got stuck, you need to help them out. And I'll tell you my personal experience. Like in my neighborhood, there was a guy who was beating his wife and no one was helping him. No one was helping that poor lady. I decided to go inside and stop this guy. I knew, and even this guy was a very heavy built guy. I wouldn't have a chance against him if he takes a physical fight on me. But still, I showed the courage. I went inside and told him not to beat this lady. And I told the lady also, if you want assistance, I can call the police right over here. Now that is up to you. But in my presence, I won't let you beat this guy like this. No matter what, I am going to be here until this guy doesn't stop. I'll be here. And that was recorded in the CCTV which I had in my house. It was happening right in the daylight in front of my entrance gate. So ultimately, police came, and then the entire matter was sorted out later. But the point that I'm trying to make is, don't leave someone alone if you see that them in trouble. Another instance I can talk about is, there was a guy who was getting beaten up by a mob in my colony. This guy was a teenager. He was behind a girl who used to stay in our colony. So the family members, they were against this guy. So this guy came to talk to that girl, because that girl was not able to talk to this guy. This entire family was beating this guy, and then no one was helping. He was completely helpless. I decided to go inside that mob. I tried to talk to everyone. I told them, you have no right to beat this guy. If you have any problem, call up the police. They'll take care of the matter. But you don't have any right to beat this guy. And in my presence, I wouldn't let this guy beaten up. Even I would have been beaten over there by the mob. But I didn't care about myself that time. My whole priority was to save this guy from getting beaten up by the mob. I'm not sure if that guy is correct or not. I'm not sure what he has done in the past. But if something wrong is happening in front of him, I will not stay quiet. And this is the attitude we need to change. Every one of you, whenever you see someone getting in trouble, try to help them. Doesn't mean you pick up fight with the other person. That's not the way. But try to stand for the person. When you do that, other people see, and then they will try to support you. And this is the whole reason why these bullies, they keep repeating all these things. Now, these 4 bullies who are in custody right now, whenever they come out, I'm sure they will try to repeat this again. It's just that it was captured on camera today. Tomorrow it will not be captured on camera. The only way we can break their confidence is by standing with the person who is getting bullied. If they see that, okay, everyone else cares about each other, then they will not have the guts to repeat it again. I'm sure they will still try to repeat it, but the frequency might go down. So this is the message that I wanted to convey to you, that it is very important to stand up for someone. Today it is them. Tomorrow it might be your friend. Tomorrow it might be your family member. It might be anyone. Just try to take some step. Don't be a coward. And the guy who got beaten up, I feel pity for him. He didn't do anything wrong. Still, he was beaten up like that. Good that he was wearing his protective gears and helmet. They even tried to remove the helmet, but the helmet has a double D-ring lock, which they were unable to remove, and hence that guy was saved. What if this guy had lost his life? Would we be able to forgive ourselves throughout our life? This is what we see in our biking culture. Absolutely not. It is not at all I'm not at all talking only about bikes. I'm talking about general scenarios. It might happen with anyone. It might happen with a male person. It can happen with a female person. But you need to be there to stand up for them. And if you change this mindset, I'm sure these bullies will lose their confidence, and these kind of incidences will go down. And there are a lot of talks about the regions specific incidences also. Many people are saying this is happening mostly in North India, because this was Delhi NCR and these guys are probably from Haryana. I'm really not sure. But yeah, it does happen a lot more in North India and a lot lesser in South India. In South India also it happens. I am from Bihar, which is known for all the wrong reasons. Does that mean that Bihar is entirely like that? No, there are good people. So even North has very good and fantastic people. I know people personally from there, but this incident has shattered me, and this is the message that I wanted to spread to you guys. Usually I don't speak up on all these kind of topics, but I thought it is my responsibility, because this has happened in the biking community. At least this community is connected to me. I thought I can spread some awareness. So let me know your thoughts. If you have you agree to my thoughts. If you don't, please comment in the comment section below. And yes, make sure whenever you see someone in trouble, you have to take a stand for them. With that, I will sign off from this video, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye-bye.